Indigo is returning to South Carolina. We wanted to welcome its return with a harvest celebration. In fall of 2016, a small group of farmers, textile artists, and natural dyers gathered at the historic McCullough Farm in Kingstree, South Carolina, to harvest a 21st century crop of indigo and begin processing it into natural indigo dye powder. The harvest crew cut, tied, and weighed 150 bundles of stems and leaves. Then submerged them in a warm bath of water left over from Hurricane Matthew, which hit the area earlier that month. Following the harvest, we shared a potluck feast and toasted the return of this magical crop and the passionate and growing community of people working together to make it happen. Everyone brought their own cotton cloth to dye in a vat made from cuttings taken from the plant the month before. The next day on the farm, we began the process of turning the blue-green indigo tea water full of indican into indigo mud cakes and eventually indigo dye powder. We removed the plants. Skimmed off the top water, added lime to help settle the suspended dye to the bottom. And stirred to aerate the water and introduce the oxygen necessary for the dye to turn from green to blue. After days of settling and skimming, the dye was reduced to a deep blue mud, which we transferred to trays lined with Osnaburg linen cloth traditionally used in the drying process. We then gathered the cloth together into bags and suspended them from trees and a traditional pine indigo drying rack. Finally, with the aid of the sun and the air, the indigo mud was dry enough to grind into powder. In late autumn, we gathered the drying seeds to plant in spring for the 2017 growing season. Our first batch of blue gold indigo powder is the result of this beautiful community effort. We are excited to work with natural dyers and textile artists to spread the magical deep blue of this truly local plant-based dye and bring more beauty into our world.